Alistair as well, I think is very good. Nice adaptation. Silas Jungle, I think he recently got some nerfs. I don't think it was this patch. I want to say it was last one. But he was kind of on the rise in popularity. An impressive domestic record in the ERL with 11 wins.
11 wins, 0 losses.
11 wins, 0 losses.
Oh, Fleshy going in here, looking for the Trample Sun's going to have to flash away. Flash forward from Crowny, in fact. Needs another order, will find it! Lutz returns with First Blood. Meanwhile, on the top side, Naknako's trying to trade onto Baus, who uses the Salt Furnace. Can he get him in the zombie form? Naknako flashes the wall. Baus is on the chase, but the Bone Saw will slow him down enough that Naknako gets the solo bolo.
And the fact that Fleshy couldn't quite proc the stun either. He didn't get that last tick for the auto.
Ooh, Fleshy moving towards the mid lane, though. Nemesis does have his flash, will go in, looking for the Ignite on Humanoid. Baus now getting chased out by Linsus and Naknako. Naknako's passive means that he's not knocked up by the Decimating Smash and still holding onto his flash as well, so he has that escape tool if he is re-ganked when it's not time for a good death. Naknako trading in here once again onto Baus. Grasp of the Undying will give Baus a little bit of health back, but Naknako continues to trade in. Hits level 6 as well. Baus holding onto that flash may have been a good thing. Flashes away from the cleaver. And Naknako with the maximum dosage will heal himself back up.
I mean, that cleaver that you were talking about, just so effective into tanks, especially once you get more points in the early game. Good stuff from Naknako.
About really 700 lead overall. Meanwhile, on the top side, Linsus and Naknako have their leads. Velia is here. Grand Starfall coming in from Linsus as they look for Baus. Unstoppable Onslaught will not get enough of a knockup. Linsus, though, gonna get chased out here by Velia as Naknako falls first. Baus using the zombie very well. Aegis Assault out from Linsus. Velia has hit that level 6, stole away the maximum dosage.
Never won a game at 15 minutes with a lead. So it's a very interesting...
And they've won 5 games.
Yes.
So in all 5 of those games, they've been behind.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, they are the comeback kings of the LEC, to say the least. Right now, they're considering a Dragon as they set up around the objective. Nemesis.
Emperor's Divide coming out from Humanoid. As Nemesis used the Fate Sealed. Linsus on the chase here. Baus was looking for that roam, but Fleshy's here first. Naknako coming across as well. Baus doesn't really have anywhere to go. Doesn't have that ultimate either. Knock up from Fleshy, and Baus will fall in the enemy jungle as his team takes the Dragon.
So a considerate idea from Baus to come mid, try and help this team, but unfortunately, when you have 3 members of LR in that bot side river, that means the Vitality has to be somewhere else. So the moment he tries to make that mid-roam happen, the rest of Vitality are there to punish. Another death will be added to the board, but so far, again, the gold remains even for the time being.
And he can TP up to the top side to catch this wave that's crashing in. Reckless here just trying to shadow to make sure that Humanoid can't keep Nemesis from getting the wave crashed. Crowny holding on to the Valkyrie. Great Chain of Corruption. Flash knock-up from Fleshy as well. Velia coming in with a Chain of Corruption of his own. Lands it and will get the double. Really good counter game.
Quite connect the chains, but that's fine, because he still has that ultimate to lock down the AD carry and convert it into a double.
And because Fleshy's been roaming around the map so much as well, you do know that if you can bring one person across there, perhaps you can catch Kazi out a little bit. Fleshy once again up towards the top side. Oh, the Unstoppable Onslaught blocked there. Flash away from Baus, though, as Fleshy continues to try and chase him down. There's the Trample. Soul Furnace for a bit of a shield, but Naknako and Fleshy should be able to take him out. The wave is crashing. Baus will be happy enough. Exchange for Humanoid's flash.
And now, I mean, Velia should come in. There's no flash.
There's the Emperor's Divide. Humanoid needs to get out of here. Shifting Sands will get him a bit of distance, but there's no one on this side of the map to help him out. Velia can keep chasing in, does have the flash. Absconder ducked. Goes in with the Abscond. Kingslayer closes the gap. Abduct goes wide. Emperor's Divide, though, now catches Humanoid out. But Linsus flashes forward. Still, Velia gets the kill. His 3rd of the game. Popping off on this Silas.
LR find themselves with a gold lead. He is doing a great job in this early game of punishing that aggression, and he finds himself with a 3-0-1 scoreline.
But the big lead, really, for LR is the fact that Fleshy hasn't been bought, and because of that, Crowny's almost 2k ahead. Velia, once again, up towards this top side. Maximum dosage coming out from Naknako as he tries to escape with no flash at his disposal. The chase down might just come out. He goes where he pleases, picks it up again, trying to get that CC resistance, but can't get it. Velia steals away the maximum dosage, will heal himself back up, and Linsus can only catch the wave. Fate sealed in the mid lane as Nemesis looks for the chase. Reckless is here. Fleshy too far away, and Humanoid can't shift the sands. Apart from the ones that fall on his face, 6 feet under now. Humanoid down, a 1.8k, 1.9k lead for the Lost Ratones.
Lost Ratones have decided that it's their turn to take control over the Rift. A gank in the top lane, a gank in the mid lane, pressure continuing bot. Fleshy, though, he wants to answer back.
Crowny holding the flash, but still going to get head-butted up. No Valkyrie on him. There's the trample. He tries to turn it around and puts the damage into Kazi. Crowny forces Kazi away. The Trinity Force core field so much.
That extra wave, and this is how you build that massive tempo advantage. The Azir is going to be coming up, and if they kill Baus, that's fine, but they're losing the Dragon in exchange.
Yeah, Humanoid comes in, Fleshy there with a follow-up knockup. Baus will die here. Doesn't have the unstoppable onslaught, but he is distracted Vitality for as long as they needed. The Drake now will be going over to Lost Returns. Humanoid just trying to get some gold into his pockets. As now Lost Returns, 2 Drakes up. We crest the 15-minute mark. This is untrodden ground. If you are a Lost Returns fan, this is brand new, really. Have never won from this position in LEC Versus, but what a lead they developed. And off the back of Velia, this guy is, and they are controlling the map. They'll take the Rift Herald as well.
And I wanted to look at that, like, because that would be considered a classic Baus good death,
sure.
Right? And so I want to look at how much gold did Nemesis actually get off, sorry, Humanoid get off the back of that play. He got 313 gold.
Yeah.
In the bot lane, though, Nemesis got 2 plates, getting himself 240 gold, and they also got themselves the second raid. Overall, on top of all the minion waves that he still got after his death, that is the definition of a good death.
Grand Starfall coming down towards the bot lane. I agree. Nako's going to be chased out by Reckless on the top side here. Cosmic Binding does land. Baus just trying to clear out the way. Fleshy going in with a knockback under the tower. Nako pops the maximum dosage, but with a Cosmic Binding on him. And the Ignite taking maximum dosage, healing him up. Velia's going to have to chase him down. Meanwhile, Baus is killed on the bottom side. Velia will get one. Both the top laners fall.
It's a trade of top laners that I think LR is quite happy with.
Yeah. They have the Rift Herald as well.
They have the Rift Herald. They're going to get this tower, and they should be able to run it into the next tower as well. Fleshy is going to be hovering around the top side. There's nothing he can do about this, though. Velia just going to run that straight towards the tower. Gold continues to be gained.
TP behind Velia. Humanoid's looking for this. They think perhaps they can catch Nemesis and Velia unawares. Fate Seal available for Nemesis. Does have the flash as well. Fleshy goes in, looking for the knockup. Sun Disc down. Emperor's Divide. Collide! But the Fate Seal finds Humanoid. He tries to shift his hands and get the shield, but it's not enough. And the Sun Disc won't save Fleshy under the tower because Baus is here. The Soul Unbound out of Nemesis gets him to safety, and Lost Returns a 5k up. That's why having such a strong pushing early game bot lane for Lost Returns when you have Baus on the side is so important.
Absolutely.
Because Baus draws so much pressure that you garner these leads because you know the jungler isn't likely coming
again,
bot.
Look at what's happening.
Yeah.
They're ganking Baus. Dragon is available. 3 uncontested dragons. And again, like, you might sit there and say, like, oh, why are they being so biased? Why are they... This is just the Baus. We are explaining to you.
It's 1 letter difference, guys. Okay? 1 letter difference. This is what he does.
But the... Oh, hang on a minute. I'm looking at that Pantheon, and I think he's ulting mid.
Crowny has the flash, has the barrier, has the Valkyrie. We use the first of those tools with the chain of corruption chasing him down. The shutdown going over to Kazi. Here's the thing.
Needed pick.
Sneaky steal, but he's just clearing out mid. First Baron of the game doesn't usually get you too much other than towers. There's only 1 tier 1, 2 tier 1s in fact for Vitality to raise after this. But while this is happening, something that Lost Returns have done really well this split is understanding when you just play the other side of the map. Get something for yourselves. They get the tier 2 down towards the bottom side. But Vitality now can get that scaling up. They've got triple TP, so their map movements later on should be better. As the first teleport does come out, Humanoid sliding into Reckless, who flashes away. Velia not caught by the Emperor's Divide. Able just to sidestep it, and great for him. He's
going to continue to get stronger as the game progresses. Kazi has a ton of range, and ultimately this is going to be the biggest challenge for LR. Can they get past this range?
And buff to see this tower in the mid lane falling. Vitality getting more of that standing gold off the map. That's all the tier 1s down. Bring the gold lead down to 2k. Emperor's Divide out from Humanoid as Nemesis gets chipped away at. Reckless is here to try and help him out. Has those Bandor pipes that do a lot of work in terms of speeding up that Yone's attacks, but can't really get close enough to knock Nako. They do have an Ignite on Nemesis, but no other tools to apply that Grievous Wounds. TP coming out. Leave from Baus.
They're in position to contest this Dragon.
Nako's going to TP to mid.
Finished for Humanoid. Could be a very big deal. Here comes the TP from Nako now as well, and here we go.
Baus on the flank. Look and see if he can get behind Vitality. Nako will keep him at bay. Nemesis chipped away at. Nako's still just standing on the Baus, going to block the unstoppable onslaught. Velia steals away the Alistair ultimate. Fleshy goes in with a knockup. There's the Temper Fade as well. Fleshy down to half HP. Baus on the backline. The Dragon, an afterthought here for Lost Returns as they see the fight that could get them into playoffs. The dive in from Nemesis. Lynx was forced away. Bounce low. Emperor's Divide in as Humanoid takes down Crowny. Nagnaka now on the back line trying to kill off Nemesis, but Belly is in his way. Bounce forces people away up towards the top side as he goes down as well. Lynx is coming in. Belly healing up. Lynx is trying to flash the wall, but he face plants. Nemesis can rejoin the fight with Immortal Steel. The stopwatch from Velia. Nemesis trying to get in here. Velia gets a magical journey away from the fight. Nemesis able to keep Nagnaka and Lynx from chasing any further.
Oh my goodness, the fight is so close. Velia, he needs a heal for the W. He's going to steal the ultimate away.
Maximum dosage for him. Reset coming out from Lynxes. He does have the Grand Starfall, but Nagnako needs his teammates on his side. Velia chases him down. The Mundo can't go anywhere as Velia brings down the chains.
That is going to be the team fight for Lost Ratones. The Dragon is up for grabs. Lynxes is not going to be able to get in range.
He's got Grand Starfall.
He does have the ult.
Lynxes doesn't have Smite right now, but he'll have it in just a second. Magical
coming
Journey coming out as well as Lynxes dives in. Fletcher with the double knockup. Lynxes steals it! Lynxes steals it, and they get the kill on Nemesis. Velia and Reckless now need to run for the hills. They need to get out. Tempered Fate perfect, and Reckless finds the two. Crowny looking for damage onto Fleshy, who will go back in with a headbutt pulverize. No Emperor's Divide. At the moment, a Humanoid is a 4v3 in Lost Ratone's favor. Velia steals away the Emperors, but he can't get the damage in as Humanoid uses the stopwatch. Lynxes with Nature's Assault, knocked up with a decimated smash. Onslaught going in from Bounce as he continues to chase forward. Humanoid turns it back around. Crowny on the back foot. Reckless no mana, and Vitality will disengage.
The Baron is available. If either
Flash
jungler...
on him, in fact, only Bounce has a flash at the moment on Lost Ratones. None of that summoner either on Vitality, so the engage has to be a flank position. Lynxes clears out the control ward. Tempered Fate going out as Bounce looks to the back line but can't get in. Nemesis is going to chase Lynxes out, stunned up with the shield bash. There's the Emperor's Divide onto Bounce. He has to flash to try and get out, but the Chain of Corruption is going to chase him down, and Bounce has fallen. Perhaps not a good death there for Lost Ratones. The gold lead down to a K. Vitality turn their attention.
This game has been an 8-0-3 scoreline for Velia. He's getting closer to that level 60.
It's complete for Nemesis, but you see if someone gets CC'd, the chain of corruption, the shield bash coming in the mid lane. There's a wave of red down towards the bottom of our screen for the first time in a long time. Nemesis trying to answer Nagnaka, who has a 3-level lead.
I mean, yeah, XP is the biggest thing that LR's been losing. 2 Barons off the bat. I mean, look, there is a 2-level difference between the AD carries. Kaz is level 16.
Tempered Fate. Humanoid doesn't flash it. Fleshy goes in. Look at the knock up here. Humanoid holding on to that flash. Chain of Corruption is going to go down, but only onto Bounce, who's channeling that Decimating Smash. Still locked up. Another Decimating Smash coming out as Bounce almost falls, but he gets the shield just in time. Velia going low as well, though. He needs to get out. Oh, the piercing arrow. Almost clipped his heels, but he's able to escape. Keep that perfect scoreline up, but now Lost Ratones need to go back, need to heal. Need to bandage those wounds, and because of it, they'll lose an inhibitor tower. 30 seconds on the Drake. Resets coming out from Vitality. Nagnako does have his flash coming off cooldown in a couple of seconds' time, but with the TP coming in, he needs to run for now. Baus looking for the flank as well. Kazi will be able to reset in that bot lane bush. And Baus's TP, not for naught, but doesn't find the kill that Lost Ratones so desperately wanted.
Well, I mean, there's... Oh, good. Hang on a minute. What are they fishing for? Bowser snuck his way in.
Looking for Lynxes, looking for Lynxes. Nemesis going in with a base shield as well. Lynxes with the Age of Soul has to flash across the wall. TP coming in from Nagnako. Nemesis looking for more damage, but Lynxes is able to survive for now. Velia going in, stolen away the Alistair ultimate. Velia will get the shutdown. Kills his enemy jungler now with the Unbreakable Will. He can do a lot of work. He can survive a long time. Trample coming out. Unstoppable onslaught from Bounce, distracting the enemy team once again, allowing Velia to escape. Nagnako on the front line. Tempered Fate out from Reckless. Meanwhile, the Drake is Crowny, and Nemesis are trying to take it. They'll secure it! A mountain sword for Lost Ratones, the height of the century, as Bounce just distracted all of us.
The gold really doesn't matter at this point. Items are pretty much equal across the board. XP is still behind for LR. We're grouping up in mid lane though.
Fleshy
Here we
looking
go.
for knockback onto Belly, but he still has the Zonias. Fleshy now, he went in, he's caught out. Chain of Corruption coming out of Castle just before he gets caught in the Tempered Fate. The Emperor's Divide back, Bounce on the front line. Nagnako caught up with the Amscon. He's going to have to flash as well. Vitality fighting a man down as Lost Ratones begin to advance. Still 90 seconds before the Baron comes up, but Lost Ratones will be looking towards those inhibitors. If they can get through mid, it makes the Baron play a lot easier.
It's only a single pick. The rest of Vitality have to back off. Humanoid so close, but look at the damage he throws back onto Velia.
Nemesis, Fate Seal doesn't quite connect. Humanoid dashes in with the shifting side. Decimated Smash coming out as well, but he pulses on just in time to avoid the knockup. Humanoid trying to get away from Baus, who does have the flash. Decimating Smash, Humanoid has to flash away from it. Meanwhile, the wave is here to continue Lost Returns advance 6 seconds before the support is back up for Vitality, before they can make it a 5v5. A Grand Star fall in, and Nemesis falls first, but Baus is in the way again. They look for Crownie, he flashes. Can he escape? Baus sacrificing himself, and Crownie on a sliver, holding on to life by the tips of his fingers. He'll survive for now, but he's spotted out, and Kazi's on the chase. TB's behind him. Crownie's used that Valkyrie. The Mountain Soul shield is back up. Piercing arrow short again. The Corki not quite caught yet, but Linces still looking for him and spots him with the oracles. Crownie, they know you're there. Linces sinks a spear through his heart, and perhaps through the hearts of Lost Returns. Only Velia and Reckless left alive.
They have to stall. They have the Tempered Fate to use onto the tower. If they want to buy a little bit of time, they're going to use it early. They need to store for as long as they can. LR overstay their welcome in the middle lane. Vitality have set their sights on the Nexus as Kazi crosses 1,500 kills.
1,500 kills, but looking for one more scalp. Lost Returns their target right now. Velia caught in the chains. Flashy knocks him back. The Nexus towers will both fall. Velia and Nemesis there with a Fate Seal to catch his 3, but it's just not enough. Vitality! Well, and there is the Rel alongside it for KCB. Now, Nautilus can interrupt the Rel when she goes for those engages. You can hook her out of her crash down, but good Rels are able to navigate their way around that. And Yukino probably having to cover towards this top side for a second, make sure he knows where Isma is, so that Tau isn't at risk. Emperor's Divide coming out. Camilo flashing after it hits him. Jackie's his low mana, but there's the Cataclysm follow-up. And look at it, Betty. Azir and Jarvan in perfectively. As KCB will take the Dragon, or at least start it up. Collapse is beginning. Jun only level 5, does have the flash, could look for a flash hook, but with the smite coming down, KCB.
The Q1 will connect. Isma's made his way down. He's now in the river. They
Emperor's Divide going out. Camilo caught out, doesn't have the flash, he'll fall first. And thought he had more protection with Prime and Yukino being around, but unable to be protected from a good Emperor. Is yet to complete his first item, so might be that they decide they can't really fight around this first objective. Good dredge line. Shadowing Strike still going to connect. Magnet Storm for the pullback. Jun has no flash, does still have the heal, has the aftershock as well. Depth charge down onto Camilo. Isma there for the chase with the flag drag and the knock-up. Can still chase him down here with the Cataclysm, but with Prime coming in and Yukino there, Jun's going to fall, so is Camilo. Jackie's TP's in. Hazel here to bolster the attack, but Noah's going to join the fray. Hazel dashes away. Yukino needs to do the same. A Killer Instinct in! Immediately locked up by Prime with a Shadowing Strike. The ward's going down. The Oracle stops the vision for Noah, but Jackie slides and glides, and Hazel falls as he flashes into the the Wolf Pit. Isma there to chase Prime out.
They say they can fight longer. I think if they just disengaged at this point, they probably would have been fine, but they looked for more, and it cost them.
Yukino going to start up the grubs as TP coming towards the top side as Isma looks for his next target. 3-0. Alonso out from Lot as he chases onto Tau. Flash forward, looking for the slow here as well. With an equalizer down, Yukino might be able to turn it around onto Lot. Tanks a couple of tower shots. The Infernal Chain's going to pull him back, and there's the Q3 with the Darkin Blade. Yukino gets his second of the game.
Okay, so a 1-for-1 trade.
This jungle, Hazel back underneath this tower. Prime spots them. Hex flash forward from Jun. Underneath the tower, though, Shadowing Strike and the interrupt. Hazel transcends, and down goes Jun, but immediately the dive in. The barrier from Hazel enough. Isma not tanking enough tower shots to fall himself, but the dive caught off very sharpish from Giant X.
Yeah, an ambitious play from Jun as he Hex flashes over the wall.
Now Lot has no flash, used it trying to kill Tau before, and it's an easy enough repeat gank for Yukino, who will get the kill, I think, with the chains proc there. Or maybe with the red buff, as now he turns his attention over to the grubs. Already picked up one of these to make it 2 and 3. They're sacrificing the Drake for this RKCB.
Yeah, you could see that Camilo was fishing. Maybe he thought, oh, if I can get a kill onto Isma, maybe this could be a play, but he's got to catch that mid wave. The bot lane is basing. They can't afford to overstay, especially with their jungler on the top side of the map. So instead it will be.
We'll come back to the fight at about full HP. Now holding on to that equalizer. Leandri's double amp tome TP's into the back of the pit. Ismo and Jun are looking. Gonna land the dredge line onto Prime, and Prime is down before the fight even really materializes. Cataclysm in, depth charge going down onto Yukino as well. In the end, KCB should leave this one. Hazel can't get across it easily. Another hook going down. There's the equalizer on the backline. Slice and shove not going to connect. Camilo already very low, but Isma's burned to a crisp with the TP coming in from Lot. Now KCB disengage. A good dredge line again from Jun. Emperor's Divide will catch out Yukino, and Giant X collapse on the fight.
Yeah, Prime just steps a little to the arrival of Lot means, This is a little bit dangerous now. Jackie's with a really nice punish as Yukino tries to help his top laner out, but ultimately it ends in despair. 8 to 5 the kill. I mean, Noah Kaiser, man. Trying through pick. Junno talking about positioning, but awkward for him.
Crashdown's going to come out. Death Charge used as well. He's going to have the aftershock, but he still gets burnt by Tau.
That was a coordinated play, but coordination wasn't quite there from GX earlier on.
It's mildly off as the equalizer comes out from Tau. Just clearing this wave. Unstoppable will get locked to safety. That's kind of all he wants to do. Make sure he's got the push in, get the ultimate out of Tau, and then makes it a lot harder for Tau to influence the other parts of the fight. Drake will be taken by KCB. Giant X not going to contest it without their support, who is been one of their primary engage tools in most of these fights. His dredge lines have been on point, as you say, has been caught out a couple of times though.
Yeah, overall, a solid game.
Good flashing from Jackie's. Camilo has not had a fun time at all on the Talia in this game. Jackie's constantly finding him when he doesn't have that flash up.
We're just continuing to see why Azir is such a staple in the pro play. He does everything: side lane, wave clear, scaling, engage, disengage. He's the whole parcel. Soon he'll be a jungler, I'm sure.
I'm just very glad he never went through the Victor Grasp of the Undying. Oh, did he? Was there a Azir
He's
grasp?
played, yes, he has. He's played every Keystone as well. There is
no Guardian, though. You leave that to Impact, as Yukino gets hooked with the dredge line. He's going to land the Dark in Blade. Ripto's going to charge in here and take out the tower, but Yukino's able to escape from the Cataclysm. Still the turret going over to Giant X, and Isma.
That'll be quickly cleared out as GX continue to control this top side.
Yukino using the time to try and get himself some more gold. Steals away the bottom side. Scuttle Crab was looking for the Razor Beaks as well, but now looks towards mid. If they can get Noah, it's a big kill for them. TP coming behind as well as it's Tau who's going to join the fight. Jun trying to get away. Inferno Chain's going to land on him. Cataclysm Flash out from Isma. And now they go in with the Magnet Storm. Isma will fall. And KCB might turn their attentions towards the Baron. They'll start it up immediately. Question is, do Giant X want a bit of this? Do you want a piece of the fight? Do you want a little bit of spice, Noah?
It's
so fed. It is very slow. No flame spitter being used by Tau, holding on to the spells in case a fight begins. Dredgeline wide, Unstoppable Onslaught coming in, Lot holds it up short. Equalizer on the backline, clips onto Noah and onto Jackie's. Yukino getting chunked out as well, 5,000 on the Baron right now.
Hang on
Side shove on a couple, the Emperor's Divide coming out as well, but Jackie's gonna pull first. Noah's still on the backline, trying to get onto Camilo, the barrier out from Noah, Killer Instinct in. Camilo flashes the wall. Lot in his zombie form, unable to do anything. A triple for Yukino, and KCB bite back.
Hang on! Just look at the positioning of Jackie's. The knockback that's going to come through from Camilo is the key difference maker. Here it is, connects to the Crashdown. We're back at the
Jun caught again. Locked up in the Magnet Storm, no escape
for him.
What's
going on?
Drake's up in a minute's time. KCB have evened out the gold. They have 2 Drakes.
You've now got an Aatrox who was a level behind, now the same as Isma. You've got Camilo, who is still about half a level behind, but Hazel, a full level up on Noah as well.
Yeah. I think all credit to KCB. We talked about it in the draft. Their mid-game decision-making has been where they faltered a lot of the time. And here, they've made a couple of really good mid-game decisions.
Well, here we go.
Now they're starting up the Drake. Isma in the back of the pit. Weaver's Wall out will separate Noah and Jackie's. Isma needs to get out as well as Noah dives in with a Killer Instinct. Hazel able to dodge across the wall. The damage onto Lot is huge as he dives in, but Hazel still takes him. 1-for-1 the exchanges. We've already seen Jun go down as well. Noah on the wrong side of dodge. He's just going to die to this tower. Tries to supercharge his way away. Meanwhile, let's have a look at the Drake, because Noah's just going to die to tower anyways. Drake was taken and is by KCB. Noah able to escape and survive onto Camilo. The flag and drag in. Yukino needs to do a lot of work here because there's 2 damage dealers to 1. Prime runs for the hills as Yukino escapes as well. In the end, KCB get the Drake. That was just a clump of messiness.
It certainly was. I mean, I can tell you right now, Jarvan ultimate on top of a Rumble ultimate. That Rumble ain't yours.
Jackie's has the realize here. Isma's on his way across as well, and Tau now needs to get out because there's a TP behind him. Prime is coming in to try and help out his top laner, but wisely decides to back away. 1 death is still Prime, and it's all that KCB on their backs for KCB. As Isma begins to step in here. Next Baron up in about 80 seconds time. Tau will get another tower and a level lead over Lot. In fact, an entire level for him as Isma here with the Guardian Angel just dashes away. Prime and Yukino are looking for something here. Whoa. Yukino going in very deep. There's the Cataclysm as well with the Weaver's Wall. TP coming in from Tau. Yukino has to flash out, even using that World Ender. Jackie's caught up in the Magnet Storm. The Equalizer on top of it as well. The Emperor's Divide will buy him a bit of time, but he's going to burn. Not quite enough for Tau to take him out. In the end, Giant X do manage to extricate themselves from the situation. And
when
they'll
you
have it.
close the distance against this champ, it makes it much easier for him to execute. But right now, we're facing off in the mid lane.
Yukino going to get chipped out. There's the Cataclysm in as Hazel now needs to get out. Depth charge onto him as well. We'll knock up Yukino, who's used that World Ender. Shield on him. We'll pop him up and keep him alive for now, but Drake up in 3 seconds, and Giant X have forced KCB away.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a quick engage from GX. They ult immediately onto both Hazel and Yukino. Then the Azir chunks them down. And that's the Azir utilizing the range to his advantage. Good damage initially, makes it very difficult for melting this.
Goes down so quickly. Vision needed for Yukino. Has the control. Puts it in the back of the pit. Can try and Umbral Trespass across this wall. Can go in with the dash. Tau getting locked up. Weaver's wall on the backside as well. Yukino just looking for the Baron. There's the equalizer as well. A great seismic jump! Giant X started it! But KCB are damn well finishing it! The only one left standing is Noah, and Yukino does not want that to happen. Yukino on the chase. It's an ace! KCB, take a bow!
That was a flawless execution from KCB. A perfect ult from Prime into a perfect team fight and a Baron steal to be the icing on the cake. Just like that, KCB is going to end the game.
What a moment for KCB taking down Giant X in their final game of LEC versus. What a fight! What a way to close it out. They'll go back to the LFL, but for now they are victors in the LEC. KCB can... Yeah, you have so much sustain as Rek'Sai. Flandre shows it off incredibly well throughout all of his games. Probably one of the best Rek'Sai tops in the world. They need 2 of the following teams to win. Na'Vi, KC, and G2 in the next 3 games. For SK, they're already locked out of playoffs. A few millennials from the UK with a very niche type humor would have got those jokes. The upper going in here with the Ghost, looking for Product. Puts down the Featherstorm, flash away, still gets him with the blades. Yoppa!
Later on into the game, and Yoppa already off to a good start. Solo kill.
Gleaming Quill to heal up. We'll take 1 Dragon Auto from it, but still a net gain of HP. Nuke here, no flash. Mickey can look for the quickness. There's the Emperor's Divide. Stunned up by the Unraveled Earth, but still the charm going down onto Nuke. Needs to get to the safety of his teammates. Bukata's on his way across. Nuke surviving with the heal, and there's the Cyclone onto Mickey, who flashes the wall, but Bukata chases him. Lands the crushing blow. Trimby with an unbreakable will survive through the damage of Skeens and Leader, and in the end, it's Shifters who get the kill.
So, away, and you now have no tool to actually follow that through. So I think using the Q super early in that exchange, Leader now has to flash as well, as Bukata finds a play. If we get a replay of that, we can look back at exactly how he executed upon it. But yeah, right now, Shifters trying to make some magic happen on the Rift. They do lose the Dragon. We look back.
Then E-Flash onto Nuke, because Nuke didn't have
himself,
flash, right? So he stunned himself going in with it, but you could put the Unraveled Earth down because you knew that you were going to get chased out. You knew they were going for a fight onto you. Mickey diving away here as the Void Rush in from Rooster, almost killing off Mickey for the 2nd time the game. Still unable to quite get that final bit of damage down. Rooster might look for the Prey Seeker here just to stop the backs. Wonder's going to try and block it out. Trimby doesn't go for anything. Hasn't got the Unsealed Spellbook, so didn't have something like an Ignite at his disposal. Skeen's going to try and save Wonder's life here. Public Execution is back off cooldown. They jump in, they CC him, and the Ambassador does not have a chance to use anything before she falls. Skeens now needs to be a little bit careful because this tower is pretty damn low. He's going to start to walk away. They'll get rid of that CC from the Goes Where He Pleases and still get the knockback onto him. There's the trample stun for the follow-up. Good knockup coming out from Mickey. Charm as well with the quickness will stop the advance of Shifters, but SK kind of bleeding all over the map.
Yes, you can feel that the momentum is really going towards Shifters.
Would you say it's shifting?
I was deliberately avoiding saying that, but the fact that they turn around that extra pressure, Wonder's going to get a quick base off as the Dragon gets started off.
Mickey not got those wards that he really wanted to stay around. SK are going to start up the Drake. There's the Hex Gate behind by Trimby. He looks for the engage. Emperor's Divide down on him. Unbreakable will use as well alongside the Locket. Quickness, Charm into Public Execution. They're diving onto Nuke. He's going to be able to flash the wall. Deadly Plume is coming out with the Featherstorm as well. Rooster's already killed off one, but Yoppa will answer with one of his own. Cyclone on the backline. Yoppa's going to have to flash, and now Wonder's left. Wolves, but Bukata unable to take him out in time. Seismic Shove back on Skeens, but has the passive backup, means that he's not knocked back. Shifters low, as are SK. Question is, can Skeens and Leader with the maximum dosage heal
They
up.
have the HP, I feel.
And the Hex Soul is actually, the Hex Drake is slowing down Shifters. They need to be worried about these bouncing autos.
They're coming back already. Supports back out onto the Rift. Hex Gate's going to be used. Trippy's on his way. Bukata just doesn't have the HP. I think Shifters can't afford to fight this.
Weaver's Wall coming out. Nuke trying to separate the fight out. Seismic Shove missing as Nuke, even with the Saris, is only able to trade into Yoppa. Meanwhile, the Dragon going down. It's Schemes that gets it. We'll see Leader falling, Paduk exhausted, but Mickey trying to play a 1v4 here, doesn't have the damage to kill off the enemy AD carry. The Drake is secured for SK, but they lose 2 lives for it.
I feel like that was a really unnecessary play from Mickey, but hey, they do get the Drake, they put themselves on Dragon Soul. Shift with the HP advantage, a good ulti comes through from Nuke. That ends up isolating the AD carry. Leader then just feels like he's forced very deep into the pit, which puts him in a very difficult position. Kind of wastes the flash in that situation, but once you're already there, I don't really know where else you can go. And then Mickey, hoping to get a kill, trade back, ends up really not getting much off the back of it.
Yeah, a little bit greedy from Mickey, I think we can say. It's him and Hylissang shaking hands, creating space. That's what he did in that fight. Yoppa still only at that one item with the Storm Raids complete. Almost has the Infinity Edge, but the tower will fall in his face as Rooster has a 1.6k gold lead. Pretty hard to take down. As that armor from the plated steel caps. Yoppa now caught out, doesn't have the flash. Featherstorm will be used. Quickness out from Mickey, but he can't dash forward because he's in unraveled earth. And now tries to dash away, but he's locked up again with another Cyclone.
Vested those one ward for now around this Baron area. He does not want SK to be doing this while the Dragon goes down. It looks like SK have said, okay, we don't want to take the fight. Leandries will finally come through for Leader, but unfortunately for him, a little too late before being ready for the fight.
Yoppa able to pick up a bit more gold. Control the bot side of the map. We are just going to walk our way up towards this Baron and actually going to start it off. It's Leader and Skeens doing it. Far side alteration does come in. We'll spot them out. So you can see how quickly this Baron does go down. Trimpy knocked up. Bukata looking for the flank play. Weaver's Wall out. Skeens sticking on this side of the wall. We'll keep the Baron aggroed. He's got health to work with. No soldiers in there right now. Rooster has come across to join the team with that TP. 6,000 now on the Baron as Shifters look to try and find a way into the fight. Rooster gets the knock up. Scuttlecraft secured as well for that little bit of extra vision for Shifters. Trimpy flashing forward. Pops the Unbreakable Will is rooted as well, but with the Unraveled Earth, no one can follow up. No one can chase him with a dash to try and catch out the cow. In the end, that's all that will result.
It's an early ult from the Mundo, not having it available. Remember, he is just a lot of HP.
No Cyclone 2 though, no Unbreakable Will for Shifters. Rooster looking for that flank. We'll use that Void Vision to spot out the fact that Wonder's there. He dashes in, trying to distract this Rex side. Leader a mile away from the fight right now, but begins to step up. Rooster going to take the Hex Gate behind. 3,000 on the Drake. Skeens on that front line. The smite comes out, but it's Nuke that secures it. Mickey trying to get in with a charm, gets the double knockup, but Paduk is so far untouched. Wonder will kill off Nuke. Paduk now can step back forward, but it's a 3v4 in SK's favor, and Yoppa will go hunting. Takes out Paduk, gets a double. The Drake secured for Shifters, but the Baron, you have to feel, will go to SK.
Bukata
Goes across with the Hex Gate. Now Rooster and Bukata beginning to collapse. Leader still has the Emperor's Divide and puts it down to keep Bukata at bay. Now look for the knockup. Bukata uses the decoy well, dashes away with an Ember Strike and will survive. The Baron, though, does go over to SK. Now Rooster looking for a re-engage with Trimpy here in TPs. Perhaps Shifters can find SK on the disengage. Rooster deep. A counter teleport coming in as Leader dashes across the wall and Rooster needs to get out of there. He'll flash, he'll dash, he'll escape with a burrow. But has to go underground to get away from SK, who all survive with the Baron.
I think it made it easier for SK just because they could clump up as 4 and just hit whoever was in front of them.
And it was like a horizontal axis rather than the vertical axis we usually see that like splits the entire river.
Well, hang
so
on
we
now.
had 2 sides of it. Shifters have the Cryo in the mid lane here. Skeen's going to try and come across as well. Rooster, Paduk, and Nuke have got on towards this inhibitor tower. SK are the ones with the Baron, remember, and it's Leader who's pushing in the bottom side. Does still have that teleport to join up with a fight. Almost got the Rabadons. Should be able to take the tower himself down in that bottom lane, and a small gold lead begins to materialize for SK. For Shifters, seeing things slip out of their grasp a little bit. This has happened a few times for them across the course of LEC Versus, against Giant X in weeks 1, against Lost Ratones as well. And now, after they did have a bit of a lead, things are starting to collapse a little bit again. 1.5k gold leads in mid and AD carry for SK. Rooster looking for the engage. Bukata doesn't have the flash, but does have a decoy and a cyclone. A cannon minion here for SK, pushing through mid. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, Leader continues The Hound nuke puts the Sun Disc down and will buff up these minions for a moment before backing away. Does have the TP. It looks like it's just going to be a three-way push for SK as they try and take all of the remaining outer towers.
Good job by SK. They're really making use of this Baron to the fullest. Looks like they're not going to be able to win off the back of this.
I mean, they might. The quickness going out. Rooster's going to fall. Wonder on the right side of the wall as well, but Skeens joined by Mickey as they get knocked back with a seismic shove. Public execution onto the backline. Nuke. Wonder is the target as Shifters collapse on him, and now a 4v3 in Shifters' favor. Mickey knocked up. Tremby with a good flash forward. The Emperor's Divide out from leader. But for Duck, untouched. Bukada there as well. A quadra for the Duck. He's going quackers. He'll find himself a pentakill.
Duck finds a penta for Shifters.
Okay, if they can get this, it is still Soul. The goal is still pretty much even between these two teams. A 1.6k lead at this moment doesn't matter too much. Skeens walking in and just dying. Deleted where he stands. Rooster on the back line looking for Wonder. The Drake secured by Shifters. As Rooster continues to chase in, Mickey able to dash away. Public execution. Rooster blocks it. Paduk trying to chase down Wonder, but a good flash across the wall will get him to safety. And with the waves, it looks like bot wave might be the target for Shifters. They have a man advantage for the next 40 seconds. Mickey, you just got, okay, flash, gets the knock up. Yopper's just going to kill off Nuke. There's the quickness flash we were talking about earlier on, Betty, as Rooster TP's in. Counter teleport coming out as Wonder's going to join the fray. Exhaust onto Rooster, Cyclone from Bukada, just try and buy some distance, and manages to do exactly that. He walked in, he was thinking, oh, if I can just steal the soul, maybe that's enough, as SK set up around the Baron once more.
Oh, they're just going to start this.
I mean, they do it very quickly. 5-item Zaya. Mickey going to dash across here. The Baron already gone. Skeens will land the smite on this one. Rooster now the target as Wonder dashes in. Rooster able to escape for now, but SK might look for the offensive. Paduk still has that GA. Trimby dashes forward. Mickey knocked back and Shifters find one. Bukada going in with the Cyclone as well. Good Emperor survived by leader, but Paduk is dashing in and looking for these kills. Skeens his target, public execution on him, but he's still got the GA. Yopper with the Featherstorm will be able to take out one. Trimby's his target. Rooster, though, kills off Yopper. Wonder's going to fall as well. And SK may have got the Baron, but at what cost?
An ace is secured for Shifters as they tear apart SK. And it's all from an overstep from Mickey. He gets too close to Trimby. Trimby sees that opportunity to punish him and shuts him down just like that. The death timers are long. We're 38 minutes into this game, and Shifters are looking to keep their playoff hopes alive.
It should just be done. Only Mickey up. Does have the quickness. He's up in 5:20 on leader, though. Shifters have done what they can today to keep themselves in the playoff race. They need Na'Vi, KC, and G2 to win at least 2 of those.
Nico, very strong 2v2. When we knew Nico was so good because of her lane bullying prowess. With the Caitlyn, Sam D, and Paris, obviously the attention's on them, while the rest are going to be playing out now.
Try and help LEC in taking away these camp again.
So as Raptor spawns, here's Elyoya. As you said, Alvaro's going to be here first. Paris not too far behind in 2v2, but at Make It 3 with Jojo. He's able to snap over the wall. LEC flashes into the Talia. Jojo burns his, but now LEC has no way to get over the wall. He blocks the damage from Elyoya, but he's caught against the hard place. First blood into Jojo's waiting arms as Aqua Prison avoided narrowly by Paris. But M5 versus level 6. The power of Elyoya right now is dangerous as Paris comes to help.
Yeah. He's engaged though.
Again, the shield is up. Aqua Prison as well. LEC disrespect. Elyoya's 1 hit away though, and will give a kill over to Sam D. A 1-for-1 as Na'Vi mid laners are fighting up top, while Alvaro, running out of mana, has to run through bot. A bit of a pause here as we find out what's going on.
I'm curious if it opens up some sort of play on the bottom side for Na'Vi.
Maybe, but Dragon gone regardless. LEC is going to hop
really effectively.
Zero mandate with a Corki with Triforce. It just feels so much stronger. Easy to proc, easy to take those summoners, and easy to take the dragon at the end as well. Chemtech rolls into a hex.
Now MKoi all moving down towards this bottom side, trying to just guarantee themselves a tower. And they're even investing more gold into Jojo. Like, he is the strongest portion of MKoi.
Hey. And
they're kind of realizing, hang on, as long as Jojo can win out on the side lane, then you have to put these resources as Na'Vi into trying to push him back. And Na'Vi right now just don't really have those resources. Like, sure, you have the Pantheon, but it hasn't really worked out.
Painter, okay.
There
Wings out,
okay.
Wings of Fury, interrupts Jojo. That one ate a bug. That's for real as LEC knocks down the kill.
And that's what you wanted to see. Na'Vi immediately getting that ultimate off. And good job by Mainter as well, just flipping Jojo before he can escape.
Meanwhile, Poby in a bit of trouble in the top lane. He's got Flash available, doesn't pop, but he knows he's dead. Decimating smash into the hand. Elyoya slapped him silly.
And that's a good cross map from Elyoya, but now Na'Vi trying to collapse.
Ball breaker over the wall. Relech is there waiting, stun out as well. Paris gets the flash out of Elyoya. The enemy jungler running away from Na'Vi, the tidal wave. Good defensive maneuvers. Vault breaker back in with an Acro Prism, but hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. Pop Blossom from hell. Paris sets it up. Elyoya has to stand his ground, but where's the damage? Super just got to kill Paris. Mainter now in without an ulti. And the stun up onto Manwin. Yeah, it's great, but the damage wasn't there. Root comes in after the TP, and now the top laner just has to stand and look at MKoi. So uncoordinated from Na'Vi of what looked like an overstay from MKoi.
MKoi just realizing, hang on, you're down.
That looked like a risky play. That looked like something they shouldn't have gotten away with. But they do, because at their peak, MKoi, a 5 player that play on the edge of risk. MKoi also going to get themselves a dragon here. The stacking has begun. The gold lead has started to grow. Jojo in the lead from start of this game to now where he is. 21 minutes in, mid-turret falls. And MKoi is starting to break apart the pieces of Na'Vi's dream.
Elyoya waiting on his cue to come back off Kuda, and Sam D trying to play very far away.
Again, how do we kill Mirwin? This guy's almost got 2 items. They at least push him off to get the turret, especially since Sam D was on the way up as well. So gold even Paris in Relech. Really looking for a pick rather, to navigate the game. Ulti on the super, but Acro Prism. Oh my god, Alvaro! What a read! The big one maxes range as well, and this Nami is clean. This fish has been swimming for years as Poby gets out of there, but not for long. Here's the pick'em composition, and Poby gets smacked down. Elyoya and Jojo firing as well.
MKoi are just doing what Na'Vi wants to do, but better. They're finding the picks. Poby wandering through river. Should not have been in that position. Maybe expecting much more resistance in that mid lane. But now, MKoi...
Be a success, and at least lead to a gold lead.
And it may lead to MKoi being in playoffs. This is where MKoi needed to step up, and this is significantly cleaner than we've seen.
Seismic shove back, he's got the shield up, but the whole team is here. Steps forward, knows he can't go anywhere, and Elyoya will survive. Outer turret goes down rather in Na'Vi this game. This is showing you why you can never count out MKoi. This is showing you why there are going to be some pretty sweaty rodents right now in the chat as Relech, half HP already, stunned up. Acro Prism tidal wave as well. And a Scion ult from downtown Mirwin flew in and shut the door. Now Na'Vi backs up against the wall as Poby has nowhere to shift to. MKoi, when they see blood, they take.
That was so well orchestrated by MKoi. Mirwin coming in, the truck slams into Na'Vi. And it's just putting a break on all this Na'Vi hype. MKoi.
15 seconds in the dirt. And for MKoi, they're putting the finishing touches on this game. I mean, this has gone from close dragon play. But for Na'Vi, they've got Mirwin who has TP. The dragon's already gone. There's no contest. And Paris is going to play the ultra long con, looking for that. MKoi 4 members with Baron. There he is. Okay. Is this the moment? Can he do what the legendary support never could? The angle is here. He finds a new brush.
MKoi are fishing. They know something's up.
They're like, where is Paris? Jumping back in, the Weaver's Wall is out. They're a little bit fishy, you're right. Paris now caught out, and he's like, what do I do? Seismic shove avoided, but down he goes. The Na'Vi support doesn't even have Na'Vi nearby.
But can they make a play onto Mirwin instead? You got the ult from Relech, but Na'Vi seems scared.
They got to do something because they are just passively losing 10k in the dirt. Baron's now going to open up bot turret. Na'Vi had to make a play, and I fear it's way too late. It's flush away from Relech. It just opens up inhibitor. Guess what? Mid is now open as well. Main's just like, okay, it's my turn, but he's isolated. One by one, they decide to go in. And now stepping up to the plate is Super into Sam D. The flash engage, the flick back. Poby can't move. Na'Vi are playing Spectator League of Legends. There's the pop blossom we were promised, but Paris, his team is dead. Na'Vi were hyped up, you're right, Dagda, and the Ruts were hoping they could get it done today. But MKoi are fearless. Absolute domination over Na'Vi to be studied. Looking once again like an insane team as they lock in.
Even a Blanc like distortion in, Q ult and E, and you're just going to one-shot someone, especially if they're already taken low by the rest of the poke.
Yep.
And the good thing about the LeBlanc as well is that she can try and play. So I think we'll have, yes, then has to recess. Can't stick around for fear that people are going to come across. Like, a little low.
Nah,
but
calculated. Dragon, so things are pretty even between junglers. The biggest lead right now on Summoner's Rift is Yehu. Yehu's up 20-something CS. I think he's bullying the hell out of Seren. He got counterpicked for mid, and it's working out well as Team Heretics are now going to try to do something well down pod. Flash over though, Sten, beautiful. Busio gets out of the way of the rubble into a corner. It's first blood, matched with second, overheating. Kalez dies to the fourth.
He's moving down towards this bottom side though. Expecting Sheo, I think, to go towards these Void Grubs, but he's actually moving into this bottom side to help protect them.
Get something back for KC. As you said, that cleanse is now up and available for Ice. Chain miss there and a whiff from Kalez as Sten gets the hook in, but with the Tangle Bar follow-up as well, depth charge has to be used. Curtain Call going to come out. Busio has to block every shot here. Teleport in the flank. Heretics have an angle on Kalez, but the TP is so damn slow. Seren flash between worlds, and he gets both. Another double in the bot lane of trouble.
Play if you want as KC to go down, but Kana, low mana and no ultimate, makes him a little bit less threatening. You see here though, KC just trying to set up for that poke. But this should be Heretics.
Look at the way Flash dredge line. No setup here from KC. Instead of pick on support, Busio's down. Yehu was looking for an angle himself, and there is a steal onto Dragon, so KC get double for the life of Busio.
Heretics really would have liked to start stacking those objectives up now.
And Yikes, by the way, is just picking up gold piece by piece once again here on the Jace. No ultis in top laners, so for Trayson, he should have the edge for now, but Kana looking for the flip, even out of ulti form. It connects, and once again, Trayson in trouble as Busio on his respawns now come top the range. Trayson lucky to be alive, he's running for his life. The setup needs to come through, but there's no roaming LeBlanc. Not yet. Team Heretics looking to cover. Yike still looking for the dive. Trayson, one more shock blast into hammer form. He flashes, he still gets hit. Equalizer down. Flash away from Yike. Team Heretics on the chase, but I don't know about this one. Kana's going to get the acceleration, get a bit of movement speed. Flash away from the dredge line between worlds. Gets to Cassandre, but he needs a bit more damage if he's fallen down. And Seren will complete. Heretics get one back. It is on to Seren again, who's now 4-0.
It's a 1-for-1, but looking at mid, LeBlanc starting to take those turret plates. May even honestly take that mid lane turret as Heretics extend further.
Yike needed his mana back, so he got the camp. Sheo flashes forward, he wants the blood, and with the dredge line, how easy is that? Sheo with a kill up as well in this game. He's getting out of hand as 1v1 between Eddie carries. He's firing off Kalez, missed the ulti, and Ice is running at him. Doesn't even need to count to 4. The blood is raining, and Heretics are making it flow faster.
Heretics know this game matters. The Iceborne Gauntlet, so good lane matchups and assignments by Heretics to force this. But again, Yehu with Yike on the bottom side, trading for the Rift Herald.
Side turret goes down. Herald is the trade. Bit of gold back in KC is important, but it is shared. So these are the two strongest members right now of KC. As you said, Yehu needs a bit of gold. I mean, Yehu needs to be that threat onto Ice. Completely agree. I am just worried, though, that when we were talking about the angles these mid laners play, that Seren is going to have an...
If you can pose a threat, you have a chance. And KC already established on this mid wave. Heretics want to try and use this Rift Herald play to draw KC back out of River so they can actually establish themselves.
Poke's not bad. Herald's spawn gives the distraction. It was from Kalist onto Ice, but Ice is having to step up. Remember, he has ulti. Yehu gets hit by Seren. That's a big chunk. Teleport not available here from Yehu either. Dragon as simple as that from one spell from the mid laner.
Yeah, that's Heretics fighting back. Huge poke from Seren. Nullifies everything. You're still having Kana pushing this top side, so should be able to get the tower. But KC were hoping they'd be able to play that a little bit slower. And Seren just shuts that down.
They thought wrong. Tower going to go down to Kana in the meantime. That's something
Take that trade any day of the week.
Yehu has to go match bot anyway, so let's see if it really matters as Trayson goes back up towards top wave. Ice gets poked out a little bit, and even though Kalist is behind 2,000 gold, I mean, it's still a lethality virus. It's still a very big post 80 carry with Yike as well as Chain Corruption Connect, and the turret now gone. Stand poured out. He's had a great game so far, but now with his pads down, what can he do? Curtain Call's lining down, and Kalist behind his whole team. He gets saved, mid turret falls down, a bit of gold, and the face is gone. That's generally how it works.
Still though, KC all grouped up on this mid wave, and it's just opening up for Saren to push in on bottom side.
Okay, picked up. Oh no, flashes away. Gets out with the blast cone, but I don't think he's out. Yike's still looking for the follow-up. Karna's there, slams it against the wall. Back to the ocean with him, and Sten twice now has been the picking grace.
And now KC looking for Tracing.
But need a binding to connect here. For the chains, it does max range. Yehu gets the stun down, the poke. The range comes in handy, and Yike launches. Hammer time for Yike again.
Yehu has been so clean with these chains and setting up the plays. And now you get that top lane tier 2 Sheo in behind Kana, though, wants to try and find some sort of answer.
They need a little bit more, though. Deadly Flourish buffered for the time being, but Sheo's damage is good. Now that he's out of the overheat, he has to keep on going. And with an Electro Harpoon, the slow from Kana is good, but Kana's still Cassante, 2 items strong. It takes more members and more than that.
But KC have pushed Heretics back, and moving through these choke points is so dangerous as Heretics. Stend, point and click CC with the setup, but it's Kana he finds.
Dredgeline comes in, Kana's out, Yehu jumps in, a little bit of poke onto Tracen. KC to turn the fight, get third dragon. It's all about this play. Team stand and watch and wait and hope. As Heretics start off the dragon, if only softly, Dagda. Going down very, very cautiously as Busia looks for an angle onto Tracen. KC line the river. Saren here goes in, Viz tries to make a play, but KC aren't stepping up. Equalizer in the river with the ultimate set up as well. Tracen, it's a beautiful one! Tracen's kept them at bay. Heretics have already found 2, and the dragon. Kana came in to help finish off the fight, but the fight is done for Heretics. And over the wall, Yehu, bit of poke, but there's not enough damage. They pounced. They threw, they jumped in, and Team Heretics...
With that Rumble ultimate, I think... Oh no, actually didn't get onto Kalist, ended up onto Yike. And Yike ends up going down immediately, but just doesn't have a chance.
Too many damn circles in League of Legends to start picking up gold and make this lead an opportunity.
But it also denies KC access to the map.
That's all it takes. Sheo's able to block a bit of damage there. With help of Bastion Breaker, Yike just pops in, but so does the turret. The turret gets popped down, not getting hit this time around. But Busio, Deadly Flourish caught out as he goes golden. Sten is rearing for a hook. Dredgeline too early. Kurt Call blocked by the clone. A misplay from the support of Heretics. Okay, Dragon still being taken though, but it's about the afterplay. Tracen, hit up, flash ball from Yehu, doesn't get the stun up. Tracen down, chain corruption. Here's the ulti from Saren, and he finds one. Yehu is yet no. Team Heretics get the Dragon as well. Triple on the board. And KC are starting to get outplayed.
This game is quickly... It's, again, like Heretics doing a good job of marking the angles of attack for KC.
Yehu over the wall. Sheo doesn't get the binding down. And there's Saren again. Saren again! The game-winning play maybe because Baron's up. And Team Heretics have got to pick on the mid lane.
Heretics immediately move over. Sheo's going to start it up. They're trying to deny KC access here as Tracen.
They're trying to 5v4. Kana gets rooted down. Sten gets poked out. Yike's looking for a target. Sheo is soloing Baron for now. He needs a bit of help as Ice moves over too, but Team Heretics are separated, but it won't matter because KC are pulling off.
No.
Wait, Sten, flash, engage onto Saren. The poke there, and down in an instant goes Yike. Kalist running as well, and they thought, nah, we can keep him from range. But Saren again, lined up with Tracen, and the Heretics have been insane, but they have been countered, and Sten is stepping up to the plate. Sheo is having some great equalizers, but Saren on this Aurora is unreal. And so is this gold lead that's now in their pocket. 5,000 just about. Setting up the mid plating as well. Chains Corruption do land, and here's an opportunity with the chain bars as well on top, but Sten is not taking any damage. Mountain Dragon stats must be the difference maker there, but still a bit more poke to come, but Yike won't be able to land it, while Team Heretics use top as their stomping ground.
Yeah, Tracen is happy to just reset and match the push from Khan on that bottom side, but there's already pressure on towards the top half of the map. The tower goes thanks to Baron. This vision that KC have established.
But yeah, who's done a lot on the side. Curtain Call's going to start off the fight, but at 5k, the Dragon is already in threat range. Saren now spotted out by a clone. The Curtain Call doesn't do too much either. And Yehu gets iced down to half HP. 4.5k, Team Heretics, the fight is skirted out. These equalize down in the back. Tracen looks for an angle, but it's stolen. Yike's going to die for it though as Yehu is found out over the wall. Match, triple flash, they find him. KC now on the run. They've done the dirty work, but the Pop Blossom is kept in place. Best support of the league is taken down a notch as the Heretics are continuing to preach.
It's Dragon for base though. The minions are here, and it's only Kana that is left standing. Heretics have just done it. They have just locked themselves playoffs.
They're the best team in the league. That's what we thought about KC. But what is the best to the Heretics, who now hold hands with the Fanatics alike? We are moving to a different kind of church today. The believers of Team Heretics, step on in. We welcome you. It is a Sunday after all. That Heretics will not let us forget.
It out nicely.
Yeah.
I think Fnatic had windows to try and snooker them, but the Alistair ban isn't really doing it for me. Could have been a Poppy ban, could have set up better for the Invest in the top side, but now I don't really think you can, but they're going to desperately try here. Skewmont has made his way to bot side. He didn't actually reset. Razork showing.
Smart pathing here. There's a shrine out for a bit of HP. G2 have to buy time, but Lothman flashes in. Great gank, great dive, but Lothman dies in the process. First blood goes over to Razork. A 1-for-1 as Hans Summon's the one who picked up the kill even in death. And Skewmont looks for the kill now, turns to Upset. 3 Talon strike on Upset. No, doesn't complete. Deadly Flourish dodged away from a 1-for-1, but Upset gets to hit the wave. And with bot being so precarious, a really nice start to G2. And Skewmont will be level 6 soon as well.
Caps.
I can't believe he got away with that. Great timing. Ward was placed in the end as well. As Vladdy misses, whips the ulti shockwave in response. Caps has him on the spot. Lebrov, what a roam timer. Flash away from Vladdy. Cosmic Binding doesn't connect, and that probably saves his life. But Vladdy in a game that is so important will absolutely miss.
I don't know what force field is around Caps, but I need one of them for my solo queue games.
Yeah,
because nothing is hitting that man.
Oh no, we're
But
doing
does
this
Skewmont
again.
have the same?
Razork coming in, he still has his ulti up and available. Skewmont gets a 3 Talon strike, Wind becomes lightning over the wall. The blue is taken away by Razork this time. Stretch line, but numbers mismatched. G2 had the advantage. Teleport's going to come in from Vladdy, but he just uses ulti. Skewmont flashes away from Razork, cease and desist, but Vladdy has nothing. You just saw him miss air as Hans Summer gets a kill. Now Razork has to get out, but he's interrupted. G2 have switched on right when it counts.
G2 have just turned Fnatic off. This has been... Void Grubs going across to G2 as well. But the kills are all going to the areas they need. Like Hans Sama, 2-1 and 2, very quickly stacking up towards his items. Caps in a good spot as well. And with Dragon in 2 minutes time, like you should have these first items completed.
Kingdom, I mean, this is what you want to see. And we've seen in a couple of games this split from Caps, but seeing...
And I think if I'm Fnatic, I want to start trying to make plays towards Caps. He still has a flash, which does make it tough. But when this Orianna enters into a side lane, that's where she's at her most vulnerable. But BB.
Flash, but the flashback is even better. Empress can't escape. Now he's got a 2v1. So well played from Broken Blade. And Skewmont is running the top side of the map too.
And Vladdy nearly died in mid lane as well with Caps in the 1v1.
Yeah.
Had to shuffle away.
Dredgeline comes in. I mean, the 2v2, what are they going to do there? Storm Surge Sivir. Doesn't really matter. Upset doesn't have a full item in his name. And the Herald of Broken Blade is in position.
Reset on Caps in bot lane. He can TP into this play. G2 want to fight, they know it.
It's Keeper's verdict though. With a teleport coming for a flank, Fnatic need a miracle here. They find a pick and maybe that's it. Everything used in the kitchen sink on Skewmont, and down he goes for a shutdown. Broken Blade is found out with the TB from Empress, and some relief for the Fnatic fans and faithful as they minimize the gold a little bit.
At least there's something back with Rip Tower. Caps.
It went from 3k to 2.3, but Lebrov is going to solo take a mid turret as the support with Grubs. So it's back to 3,000. Full access to the bottom lane turret. This is, I mean, still a decent trade for G2. Remember, they got 2 turrets in total.
It's also the gold went to Razork, because if Heroes wasn't in range for the plate gold, which doesn't really help out of the matchup, and sure helps out Razork a little bit, but Caps is getting solo gold.
Yep.
And if I wanted gold on anyone, it would not be the Vi in this comp.
And they just got 3rd Dragon Dagger. The vacuum one that's always up and available, but 2 items on Hans Summer. That is just a scaling threat that G2 have in their back pocket too. I mean, Vladdy needs some items. Vladdy needs to catch up to Caps right now. You're seeing Empress at 2 items, which is great, but into Broken Blade, he's just nullified every time into this Poppy. You need to see Fnatic start using the tools. The Vi Ambessa combo in Europe end of last year was this sought-after thing. In summer, I'm talking about this perfect pairing. We haven't seen it sync up yet. All we've seen is more stories to tell about G2. Wave denial, -1 cannon. Caps is at every... I mean, G2 are in a great spot all around. They're once again playing this push for the pick against Fnatic. Broken Blade gets the stun up. The rest of Fnatic are on the way. Need an Ambassador ult from Imperios if they want to make this play. Deadly Flourish does connect. The Keeper's verdict gets buffered. One ulti for another, but they're not equal. They need to follow up though. Broken Blade, steadfast presence once again gets him out of dodge. But now both top laners are down to their R.
The reset's coming through for both of those top laners. TP's available to try and come through. Actually, it's not Broken Blade resetting. He's just going to sit on bot wave. Fnatic as a group.
Teleport Oh! Caps! He's down 4 and the Tempered Fate follows up as well. Skumon's ulti is another big circle. The wall presents itself, and in one fell swoop, the Rat Rebellion seems to be falling short, and instead, G2 just get the perfect combination.
It was the Sleeping Beauty, the 4 dwarfs there. Like, I'll let you pick the names for them, because I know what's in my head is they just wandered in. All 4 of them.
Wow, this game, it now feels so far gone. Empros with the dream play. Teleport in the top side of our map. Empros has no ulti. He's got a Mega Blast Cone as Vladi tries to take the wave and now sets up the Sun Tower, but G2 want to make the play against the wall. It's a nice setback, but again, Caps keeps him in place. Down, boy, down. Ulti comes through, but Caps buffers again. The best mid lane is going to drop down eventually as Empros gets the shutdown. Han Summer the next up as well. Razork finally finds him. Dredge line buffered, but Skumond is better. Han Summer presses his button.
Having that help from Skumond, that spell shield onto Lospa's hook was perfect to just eke out enough damage. You can see there, the face is a little nervous.
Yeah, there was another face that's quickly shied away from. Looks a little bit sad. I don't blame him. To have your hands in Fnatic. I mean, it's so difficult now. Razork needs to show up or shut up. 6K, 5K, 4K, a steal of the gods here needed. Over the wall, will he go at 3, 2, 1, too late. Kurt Cole doesn't do too much. Tempered Fate onto Vladi, and now Magical Journey taking in Empros. G2 is stacked up though. It's a shockwave again. That's the problem. Razork gets the ulti down, but it's too late. Han Summer keeps clearing up. He's the janitor of this game as G2 are on the warpath and Fnatic are in the grey screen.
G2 are marching down mid lane. There's 30-second death timers they won't be able to end, but they can certainly do some damage to the base of Fnatic.
Too true, that comment, too true. Being a Fnatic fan over the years, they're really getting a real look at it here today. The base in tatters, almost a 12K gold lead at 25 minutes in the game. It just shows you, you always think, G2, they're gonna miss playoffs. Like with Lost Returns fans will be crying into their pillows tonight because G2 have once again stepped up to the challenge and they are not gonna start missing playoffs all of a sudden because there are new viewers.
But how many fans of G2 are gonna breathe a sigh of relief? This G2 has not really been seen all split long. But once again, when the chips are down, when playoffs are on the line, when their hopes of LEC versus are here, they keep going.
Dredge line is an opportunity. It's a good engagement. Skumon has a circle of anti-death. Shockwave again. Caps again. Empros comes in late, but the GOAT of Europe stands in the way. Before the team of the people, there was the team of Europe, and it starts with G2 and will end with them as well. LEC versus is over. Lost Returners are done. They relied on the wrong damn team. And G2, right when they wanted to make playoffs, they said, yes, of course, we'll be there. We always are, and we always will be.